Okay, so we are going to start take-home books this week. So your child is going to come home from school either on Monday or Tuesday with a Ziploc bag. In it, there's going to be a reading sheet and there's going to be 5 books. So these are books that your child can read throughout the week. You can read them at night, you can read them on the weekend, whenever it's convenient for your family to read them. Your child will get a book. This one's called Time for Dinner, and their job is to read the book to you. As they read the book, especially these beginning levels, please have them touch and read the words. These are all pattern books, so what you can do is you can start with giving them the pattern. You look at the first page, it says meow, meow, here we come, and then they can go ahead and keep on reading. Woof, woof, here we come. Ba, ba, here we come. Before you have them read a book, you may want to preview the book and say, is there a word that's used over and over again in this story that would benefit us from finding? Like in this book, maybe it's the word here. And you could talk about the word here and what does here begin with? An H, and you find the word here on this page. There it is. Grab it with your fingers. Can you find the word here on another page? There it is. Grab it with your fingers. So they are familiar with that word here. I would just pick one word at a time. I wouldn't pick too many words. And then you could talk about how in this book, we're going to hear lots of animal sounds. Like what animal sound does the sheep make? It would say, ba, ba. For example, with the dog, you might say, what sound does a dog make? They might say, ruff, ruff. And I would say, look at that first letter. It's a W. What does W say? Woof, woof. So what's another sound a dog can make? Woof, woof. So we're going to use that beginning sound. Don't worry too much right now about the rest of the word. Just make sure you're looking at that beginning letter, using the picture and thinking about what would make sense. That's pretty much the biggest way that you can help your child right now when they're reading at home. This book especially has a return suite. Most books don't. So when you get to the end, where do you go? That's why that touching is important, because they can just memorize it. Cluck, cluck, here we come. Woof, woof, here we come. But unless you see them actually paying attention to that beginning sound, that they have the one-to-one, they're doing a return sweep, they're not ready to go on to the next levels. This is the first, level 1 and 2, really. That's what I'm looking for in books. Or when they're in their reading, sorry. When they go to read, so this is Quack the Duck's family, they read the story, then they fill out the sheet. They put the title of the story, what was the name of it? Did you like it? Was it okay or you didn't like it? They get to color in one of those. And then was it easy for them? Was it just right or was it too hard? So a just right book means that they read it pretty easily, but maybe there were a couple of challenging parts. Maybe they had, like in this book, maybe, here is my, and they kept saying like mother, or here is my uncle, and they weren't looking at the beginning sound. Once they got brother, my brother is jumping, they were fine. If they had 1 or 2 little mistakes here or there that they came across, that's like a just right book. A hard book would be a book that they are getting frustrated. Like you are saying, okay, we're gonna just put that away for right now. Or you have to help them a lot. That's gonna be a book that's too hard. So we want just right books. That means that they're reading pretty independently. They may just need a little bit of help here or there. We want them to catch their own mistakes. So if they're reading, let's say they're reading Come and Play. Maybe they say, I like to play with my van. Let's say they say van instead of car. Don't say, no, that's the word car. Don't tell them what it is. Just go, when they're done reading. Let's look at that again. I like to play with my van. Does that look right? Have them read it again. Have them check it out. Look at that beginning letter. Try to give them little clues to catch their mistake instead of just telling them what it is. When you come along with sight words, like for example, they can't sound out the word like, lick. Sounds like lick with an E on the end, lick-e-eh. They can't sound it out. They can use the beginning letter, ooh, get your mouth ready, beginning letter, ooh. But they can't sound that word, and they can't make sense of it looking at the picture. So you can give them those words like that. I like to, if they get stuck on the word play, well, that's a word they could use meaning. Like, what are they doing? They're, what, they have cars out, they're with each other, they're smiling. Oh, they're playing. I like to play. So sometimes you can be like a detective and give them clues and help them figure out what that word is. And sometimes you just give it to them. Words like come, am, with. Those are going to be really tricky words because you can't make sense using the picture. But using that beginning sound, that sight word recall, that's why sight words are so important, because you can't make meaning out of sight words. They are what they are. Either know them or you don't. Hopefully this little video helped you a little bit when you're doing your books at home. The further on we go with the books, like level 3 and 4, the more retelling comes into play. So being able to close up the book and talk about what happened in the story, talk about your favorite part of the story, connections you made, like does this remind you of anything from your life? Like this reminds me of my house and how our house has a big window too, just like this. So that's making a connection. Those are all important things while you are reading at home. Hopefully your child loves it. I want them to have books in their hands. I mean, these online reading sites are great, but I think there's nothing better than having a book in your hand and being able to physically turn the pages, touch the words, and enjoy the book and feel like a big kid reading a book. So have fun with take-home books. Again, they're going to, for Monday at home, Monday at school, they'll go home on Monday, they come back the following Monday. If you're a Tuesday face-to-face learner, they'll go home on Tuesday, come back the following Tuesday. So you have 1 week to finish up your books. And then you'll get a new book. These books will go into quarantine, and then we'll have another set that will get pulled out for the next week. All right? See you later.